Many of us know Kid Cudi took the stand against Diddy. I wasn't too shocked. Only thing I was shocked about was a name as big as Kid Cudi is sitting on the stand. But was I shocked that Kid Cudi, the person himself? And no, I never looked at Kid Cudi like top gangster. I never looked at Kid Cudi like a gang member. No, I never looked at Kid Cudi. I looked at Kid Cudi like a law-abiding citizen.
Cudi, did he do it?
The jurors saw the actual cut, the hole in his Porsche, and then they saw the damage done from that Molotov cocktail where the red interior is ruined and darkened by the fire that started in his car. Cudi, throughout his testimony, insinuated that it was Combs.
Night terrors every night.
Kid Cudi, who arrived to court in jeans and a leather jacket while smoking a cigarette, claims he was the focus of Diddy's jealous rage while he briefly dated Cassie. He testified he and Diddy met up months after the alleged car bombing at the Soho House in Hollywood.
People started laughing in the courtroom as he's describing how he first sees Combs. He said, I entered this room and Combs was looking out of a window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain. At the end of that meeting, Kid Cudi described shaking Combs' hand and saying, but let's talk about my car. And Combs said, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he just left.
This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me.
'Cause day and night. The Grammy winner, whose real name is Scott Mescudi, also testified he believed Diddy had something to do with a break-in at his house in 2011.
He got to his home and he described seeing gifts that were unwrapped and that his dog was locked away in the bathroom. Although there were cameras that he said were turned a different way that normally wouldn't have been turned, so whoever did break in was intentional. The defense pointed out that there was no forensic evidence, no video evidence of Sean Combs being a part of that break-in.
Cudi, are you happy that you finally told your truth? How are you feeling after the testimony?
Cudi, I got a song. Girlfriend blew up your car and you smashing her sister. Did you beat Cassie at a Diddy freak out?
Hey guys, so I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all. This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me, and yeah, I love y'all, man. Big love. Go stream Neverland.
Blow up his car, you going to jail. When I heard up and away, I knew he was Snitch. I knew it. And I seen a lot of people like Young Thug coming out like, yo, buddy's a rat. Yo, worry about Gunna and what you got going on with YSL. Worry about Gunna and what you got going on. Didn't your brother and everybody else also take a plea deal? I see it's only pointing at Gunna because we actually heard audio of him saying yes, man. But didn't your brother, Lil Duke, and all the other ones also come out? Because I didn't see them sitting in the stand with Yak Gotti in. Worry about all of those people. Because there was like 100 dudes around you that all said yes, ma'am. We just didn't see the order. And you worried about Kid Cudi. You worried about Kid Cudi, Thug. But this ain't about Thug. This is about the meth addict sitting on his couch. I usually defend Lush. A lot of people I talk to that watch No Jumper always go crazy on Lush. And I usually defend the guy. I'm like, yo, I feel bad for the little meth addict. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, bullying him or roasting him is like picking on a disabled kid in the class. You're not really getting points. But I don't know why I got so frustrated hearing him talk about Cudi. Yo, him downplaying Kid Cudi's career like he wasn't on the song Gorgeous with Kanye West. Like he wasn't on All of the Lights. Like he didn't co-write and help out with 808s or Heartbreak. Didn't make Man on the Moon 1 that you guys love and call yourself Cudi fans, which I don't even think Man on the Moon 1's his best album. I think Man on the Moon 2 is better than 1. Satellite Flight to Journey to Mother Moon is my favorite album by Cudi. In the Cud, fire. I don't think there's any, Demons, Passion and Slaying, I forgot the entire name of the album. That was fire. We even went to the tour. I got merch still from that concert. There was no whack Cudi project. I think Wizard, which a lot of people love, so calling even Wizard a whack Kid Cudi project is kind of crazy, because there's a lot of people I know that their favorite Cudi project is. So I wouldn't call it whack. It's personally my least favorite. It's my least favorite. But my personal favorite album by Cudi is Satellite Flight, Journey to Mother Moon, which a lot of people don't even pick that. But hearing a man like Lush, Dribble Teeth Lush, downplay Cudi's career, like, yeah, man, the guy only has like 1 or 2 good songs, and I already know he's talking about Day and Night in Pursuit of Happiness. It burned me alive. It irritated. I started hearing Mr. Rager in the back of my head as I'm raging, hearing Lush talk like an idiot. Lush rapped on No Jumper, as we remember, sitting next to AD and Suspect. And Suspect still got one of my favorite laughs in the history of laughs, and I learned it that day.
As the ops never paralyzed my cops. Running from the Johnnies like a marathon across country. Punk me. Do I look like Travis Barker? But I get them drums clapping.
Okay, ready? We had a request for this beat.
You. Wait, hold up. Hold on a second. I see what's going on. Wait a sec. We gonna act like I wasn't gassing right there? Hold on.
You were definitely gassing.
Wait, what was that? What? You said I wasn't gassing, Josh?
No, I said you what?
Okay.
I definitely said you were, but I've never seen a reaction like Suspects right now.
That was amazing, Suspect.
So wait, I wasn't gassing right there.
My stomach.
I wasn't gassing? No. You a hater.
When I heard him laugh at them weak ass bars, and then Lush look around like, yo, I'm not ripping right now. I'm not going crazy right now. You not. You white and you rep a Mexican hood. You not going crazy right now. Oh Lord, him talking the way he was talking about Cudi. See, Ralphie the Plug, I might even go disrespect him because I love your brother. There's never been a song that came on with Drake or the Rule and Ralphie the Plug or even the Sting Team, and I'm like, woo, Ralphie killed his verse right now. Woo, Ralphie went crazy. So Ralphie talked a little nutty about Kid Cudi, but I expect his demographic to talk crazy about it. So I'm gonna let him live. He also said he likes Soundtrack to My Life, even though he said he don't like it no more because Cudi took the stand. Let me tell you guys this. Still in my Mount Rushmore, him taking a stand against the diddler does not change the way I look at his music or look at him at all. I actually would look at him crazy if he's like, I'm not taking a stand because that's against the street code. I would have looked at him crazy. Live your truth, my brother. Live your truth and go up there and speak. Speak free. Now, if Gucci Man go on that stand, Gunna, who was saying if you take it to trial and all that on the hook.
Statement, whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
This video ain't about T.I., but we saw already T.I. doing a whole bunch of commercials back in the day. People talk crazy about him.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage you can count. I go with the G code.
Okay.
And the G code tells us this is in prison and everything. You know what I'm saying? In prison, what they do, we have paperwork parties. You know what I'm saying? In prison, you have cars. A car is like whatever you running with. You know, so, because I was in Fed Pen, so it's like everybody moved from everywhere. Everybody sent from everywhere. It ain't like just people from New York or just people from here and there. So the Georgia car, you know, the Georgia crew, when you get there, your crew come and make sure you have everything you need, you know what I'm saying? They speak to you, and then, but you have to produce your paperwork so they will know how to, you know what I'm saying, align themselves with
right,
you.
because if you're a snitch or you told, then you don't get the pass.
Then you don't get something. I mean, it depends on who you are. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people who go in there and show no telling, and they got, and you know, they be like, yeah, and what?
They pay for that, though.
I rock, and what you gonna do? You know, some of them make it and some of them don't. Or I've seen people say, hey, you know what? Look, man, you got to go check in. When they say check in, I mean, you got to go turn yourself into the hole and say, man, I can't walk this compound or else it's not safe for me.
And you're saying T.I. was able to walk the compound?
Man, absolutely, huh? I ain't never been in no, when I got in trouble, they put.
But Gucci, Jeezy, all them kind of people, they're like, oh, I'm thorough. I'll die before I touch the stand. If they take the stand, Cudi, Kanye West, these are dudes I expect to snitch. Lush gotta stick to old school hip hop and battle raps. We don't want to hear you talking about modern age music at all. At all. If the music's out the West and the opinion's out the West, I think you should be out of that topic as well. We should leave you out of that topic. I hate when he speaks. I hate it. Even though he loved Dipset and all that, I remember the flowers he gave to him. I was so angry. I'm like, yo, I knew my guy Lush ain't that bad. Way he spoke on Cudi, I'm gonna let this play. But it really irritates. Because the dude that can't even hold a candle to Cudi's career, speaking this bad, saying, oh, people told me like he's a great music writer. I don't see it. Erase Me with Kanye West on there as well. Amazing. It's like, bro, Cudi? See, when we talk about regular rap, if you guys want to hear boom bap and all that, or you want to hear gangster music, if you're a Chicago drill fan, I get it. All right, we're not even here to talk about that. But if you are a fan of melodies, overall music, hey, if you're a fan of Travis Scott, because Travis Scott's favorite artist, don't forget, is Kid Cudi as well. It's not just me. I'm not the only weirdo that loves Kid Cudi. Let me just say that.
What up, guys? Frazier here for Complex News. There's no denying Kid Cudi's influence on the world of hip-hop. From Kanye to Kevin Abstract, Cudi has had a lasting impact on countless musicians, young and old. To celebrate his legacy, Beats One aired a special dedicated to Cudi, which featured some of his best work and praise from some of the artists he's influenced. Speaking about Cudi during the episode, Travis Scott explained, "I idolize Kid Cudi a lot. That's like my favorite artist." The Flame has always been vocal about his appreciation for Cudi, and during the special, Travis reiterated how important Cudi's work has been in a big and possibly slightly hyperbolic way. "I think he can go bar to bar, like some people think Jay-Z is the best rapper. I feel like Cudi can compete with that and still have his own wave. I f him because he always had his own lingo. He created a world for kids like me who wasn't just like the ultimate like drug dealer. He created that vibe and that planet where you can mac on and still be smooth and still feel like you're the king scientist. Not everyone is as real as their music is. That artist comes once every decade." Bar for bar with Jigga? I don't quite know about that one, but I feel where Travis is coming from. Cudi's skills and influence are so impactful, one could almost argue he's still a little underrated. During the show, Logic also spoke about how Cudi's music inspired him to open up about mental health in his own songs. He was the dude that was like, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to talk about these things and go through these things. Especially now, because like I've said, I've been made to feel terrible or this or that about being emotional, or whatever the case may be, which is, to me, is such a backwards way of thinking. I had just that through his music. Definitely peep the full interview, which also includes quotes and testimonials from Kevin Abstract, Lil Yachty, Sheck West, Pharrell, and Rory. As Cudi's big bro said in simpler times, if you admire someone, you should go ahead and tell them. Every day is the right day to show your appreciation for Cudi.
Style of music that you created, who were your inspirations? Like, who did you really pat on yourself and look up to coming up? You're 24 now.
I looked up to like MIA and Kid Cudi, man. Kid Cudi's like really like one of the main dudes I kind of like looked at and listened to all the time. He saved my life. He saved me from doing like random bad things to myself, kept me like focused, like
just through his music or personal relationship?
Well, not just through his music, cause I didn't know him until like the first time I ever met Kanye. That was the first time I ever met him.
Kid Cudi, I mean, come on, bro. He's all our fathers. Anybody that's like been rapping, as long as in my time, like Kid Cudi is like he broke the barrier for like weird people like me. Like you don't look at a Crip and you don't look at me. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Kid Cudi made that comfortable for me, cause like being weird is okay, being yourself is okay.
But I didn't really meet Cudi until like earlier, like late last year when he came by the studio one time just to like talk to me.
What was it about Cudi's music that spoke to you so much?
I felt like he really dialed in on like the youth and really dialed in on like inspiration, like how to inspire you. Like his words was like very selected on like what to do. I felt like he always made the soundtrack to like my life or anybody's life who was like going through the same thing. If you're a big Cudi fan, like you know exactly what I'm saying. Like
if any other time a Crip nigga, I have to come in mad.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta have like 70 niggas in here. I gotta, what's happening? Oh, yeah, I feel you, homie. And but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can be myself. I can wear this stupid ass hat. I can put this, you know what I'm saying? Throw the pink on. I can be myself. And I think Cudi broke those barriers of like, of being yourself.
He says the exact same things like you growing up with. It makes it sound way cooler. And he's like, yo, I went through this, I went through that. You know, my mom didn't have this. You know, we had to go through Christmas to do this. But the beats and everything just sounded like, you know, the Nutcracker.
Do you think, and you were saying off the air too, like, do you think that he gets the credit for how big of a cultural influence?
Nah, not at all. Cause Cudi should be like our top tier artist up there, man, alongside with, you know, these other artists who like are number one.
We're at the end of the year. Everybody's talking about top albums of the year. What would you put up there?
Top albums of the year, Rick Ross, Kid Cudi. Top albums of the year. That's what I'm bumping right now. Rick Ross and Kid Cudi. I'm really loving their albums.
Do you feel like you're in a particular state of mind to listen to the album?
I don't know. I don't really feel to really place it in a category. I don't know. I just get this energy.
Just by your outfit. If you got a Mary jeans on with denim tears on the top, I know for sure Cudi's music's not. I know it's not made for you. Don't worry. But a dude like Lush to go in so hard on Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi snitch, right? Yeah, what a he's a bitch. You sure did. You should have handled it how you handled it, bitch.
The pursuit of happiness, but putting another man in prison? That's your pursuit of happiness? Day and night you think about putting people in prison?
How did I know he went to both of those tracks? I used it earlier. But everybody, that's how you know when they don't know Kid Cudi's music. When they go straight to Day and Night in Pursuit of Happiness, I don't want to speak to you about Cudi. I have no conversation with you, trust me.
You got your car burned down.
I used to like Soundtrack to My Life.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Bitch.
That was a great album, but then it was downhill after that. Plus, he was mean to Nardwuar.
Nah.
Soundtrack to My Life's not. I'm gonna bring this back because I already paused it too many times. I apologize. You see how frustrated I'm already getting? He jumped in like, that was a great album, but it was downhill after that. Shut up. Shut up.
You sure did. You sure did. You should have handled it how you handled it, bitch.
The pursuit of happiness, but putting another man in prison, that's your pursuit of happiness? Day and night you think about putting people in prison?
Kid Cudi.
You got your car burned down.
I used to like Soundtrack to My Life.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Bitch.
That was a great album, but then it was downhill after that. Plus, he was mean to Nardwuar.
Nah, yeah, you gotta understand.
That's mean to Nardwuar?
Mean to Nardwuar.
Why are you mean to Nardwuar? He's such a cool dude.
That's how I judge people by how you treat Nardwuar.
I said, you gotta be a weird ass nigga to be rude to Nardwuar. He cool as
You know, Cudi be on drugs though, for real. He was Future really wasn't.
That nigga nails probably painted right now.
Yeah, look at this fool.
All to say is, I didn't like when Cudi was mean to Nardwuar. That's one thing I did give him back in the day.
When he was younger, when he converted to Islam. So Khalil Mahdi is what he chose to use, but it should say Bernard Mescudi. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's all good. Same difference.
Can you check right there? Look where he's from. It's really neat. This is your uncle. Where did he move from? If you read there, Khalil?
Clevelander, all day. You're not telling me nothing new.
But I want to tell the people about all this stuff.
You tell me about my family, and I know my family.
And there he is. I said it's so neat. Like, there he is, right there, playing. I think it's really cool that there he is, playing drums.
That's him. That's my uncle.
You're loving the Cleveland. What do you remember about old school Cleveland stuff? Do you remember any of the old school Cleveland stuff?
Right out.
Oh, okay. Can I? Well, no, Kid Cudi, doot doo lutu. Can I at least say goodbye? Doot doo lutu. Can you say bye bye?
Come on, man. Chill out, man.
Please. Do I?
But like Remo said, the dude was on mad drugs. We seen Cudi going crazy that day on TMZ, mad drunk and everything. These are things he talked about, put in his music, said he's overcome, went to rehab, done many different things. So at the beginning of Cudi's career, it was a lot of crazy. Nardwuar.
Don't mean you could be mean.
Hey guys. Nah, I ain't giving no, but I can see you probably
no,
want to
you can't be mean to Nardwuar, bro.
Yeah, nah, I feel that.
Nah, like even like
but he definitely be up.
If you're mean to Nardwuar when you interview, I'll be
Nick
so
came to you mean to Nardwuar, bro. That's disrespectful.
You wouldn't be.
I used to like your songs, but he can't understand.
Did he get subpoenaed? Like,
hey, how do y'all?
Yeah, absolutely.
But they had the evidence already. He didn't have to go up there and tell his story.
The world knew they burned.
They had the pictures. They had all the evidence.
You want to see Diddy ass in jail for real?
And the thing is, this doesn't affect it because he has no credibility in hip hop. Like he's respected in music. He's like a.
Is he still?
No, but for his accolades in the past, he's made some great music.
He did,
at one time.
but he told, so you can't listen to it no more.
Right, but that's what I'm saying in the context of rap. But all the I think the white kids that were Tim and liked his song in Project X back in the day and all that grew up on that, they not tripping on his street credibility.
It's not gonna stop his money.
No, his money's not gonna stop.
Yeah, and I already knew he was.
No, it's not. Like, he's making movies, doing all types of shit.
Imagine Lush. Lush is A-level lame. A-level lame. A-level. To call me a lame would be already get me tight. To call Cudi a lame? Nah, I gotta catch that back fade. I'm gonna talk out here like Lefty when he was talking about Drake for Kendrick Lamar. I gotta get that back fade. I gotta get that back fade.
They might think I'm bullshitting because I'm crazy, spooky, hilarious.
No, you know, because like Drake, when he be doing like features for niggas. No, look, when he was doing features for up-and-coming artists, and they say it, like he
that was illegal right here, bro.
So I'm saying, I don't want the big artists to pull the feature because
I don't
you know, some artists be like, they be tricky, man. These niggas be industry niggas, man.
Everybody asks me every day, I'm Drake on the down.
That's some industry shit, right?
Hey, if I see Drake out here, bro, we gotta take off on him, homie. Scrub it up,
I don't
bro.
want to pull your feature though, you know what I mean?
Looking from
K-Dog. Pull your feature.
When Drake comes on, what I say, I change that shit ASAP.
Less models.
Bro, Drake comes on, bro. You gotta go. Get out my car.
All I hear is less models.
We bump K-Dot in LA, bro. I'm a real one, bro. That feature, bro. I could have had it too.
Shit, and who knows why he did.
You know,
this
I'm just one of those people that follow the unwritten rules. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, it's definitely. I'm saying it was kind of as soon as he was mean to Nardwuar. So anything else is just like
I didn't even give a was mean to his nigga, his granny, nigga. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's Kid Cudi, nigga. When niggas do all
but I ain't gonna
music,
lie, bro.
That's what they do.
Not defending Diddy, but like you didn't have to. There was enough evidence. You didn't have to go.
He didn't have to understand.
Didn't have to.
In matter of fact,
moral of the story,
he changed the whole dynamics of the case because this is my opinion, right? And it's pretty substantiated.
Was he a victim?
Yeah,
he was a victim.
He's a victim allegedly.
Of just the car burning?
No, he hit Cassie and then he burnt the car, right?
Exactly.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
He hit Cassie, man. He wasn't no. I'm talking about like a victim.
Like a freak victim?
No.
You have to be determined.
I mean, shit. He probably got burnt by all that shit going on.
For sure, he got the Grammys and all that.
Something happened.
But here's the problem, right? This fool, prior to Kid Cudi testifying, all the people that were going up there, they weren't really the most credible witnesses. You got fucking Federico, the sex worker jerking off on.
So Kid Cudi is credible.
He's way more credible.
I feel like
this isn't than the sex workers. Different people.
I feel like
he's significantly more credible.
I feel like if you were a part of anything, you're not a credible witness
at all.
He wasn't necessarily
really
That's
part
like
of-
saying if you were part of a, like you was in the car when somebody
You was
did,
signed to
and you try to snitch, like you was
But
there.
you know,
nigga,
but
like,
he was a victim of something.
I say
that Diddy
this
did.
how I feel
Like,
about it.
correct. So
But
it's not like he was in the car with
he
Diddy
wasn't-
when they
yeah,
went to
yeah,
go
yeah.
do some shit.
Right, but that has nothing. What I'm saying is
We don't know what happened. You know
he's
what
a
I'm
credible
saying?
witness from a
Maybe
jury's
that's his
perspective.
get back.
I'm not gonna say he's a credible witness.
I feel like get back for what you did to me.
all the witnesses are credible. He's a more high profile witness, so people are gonna look at him.
Let's just correct as far as from a
Beyond,
jury's
even if he wasn't a high profile person, just because he's not someone that is for a living works off on
If you're
people.
not a felon, if you're not like disheveled and they can't tell you like.
And I'm not trying to shame sex
to the
workers.
jury.
I'm just saying from a jury's perspective.
I can see that.
They're not the most credible witnesses. This is a guy who's very successful, made a lot of money.
But
let's
all
give him
his
fame.
music is about him being mentally ill and drugs. So.
Now that's a
But that'll be the
like-
jury would have to look into that specifically.
If I'm
and
the
just be-
defense, that's the first thing I'm gonna do to it. So Kid Cudi, what's this song about? And then they're gonna be like, objection, relevance.
Now, what was interesting though? So
basically, that's a decent point.
He's on there because they're saying that Diddy, car, you know what I'm saying, set it on fire. But what made Cassie crazy is because Cassie the one that sent the low to Diddy to go do that shit. So if anything, he kind of helped Diddy out to show like, yo, Cassie's not fully innocent. Like, if anything, if Cassie wasn't granted full immunity, how all this shit play out and how it's looking, she should be charged with sex trafficking too.
She got 20 million and immunity.
She got 20 million, plus she got 10 million from the Intercontinental Hotel. So that's 30 million. She got 20 from Diddy and immunity. Now, when it looked like
This was the big takedown Diddy. She was the big fish.
And bro,
She
when you
took
look
down
at
the big
it,
fish.
it look
That's
like
crazy.
she should be charged with sex trafficking too.
She was participating in every
Nigga,
single
she's
thing he
lining
did.
this shit up.
She has a music.
But that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying like, nigga, it's crazy. She taking Diddy down, but it's like, look at how you was moving, nigga. Like,
I say they need to get her for her own little shit, not attached to his. Nigga, shit, nigga, she probably got phone. If they got old ass numbers of Diddy talking to motherfuckers, they for sure her phone, nigga, setting up all type of plays, nigga.
I think Young Miami next.
She sound like the madam of the house. She was running the whole place. She was running the
I think
hospital.
they said
they coming for Carisha
that
next,
they
for
asked her to testify or something or do a question and she said she wasn't doing it.
I feel like she like a real street. I think she like I would.
Wasn't she tweeting about doing shit like that? Like
Yeah, but not
What
in
you mean a real street? But she got on the stand.
Did she? Young Miami?
No.
No. I thought you talking about nigga Cassie. I'm like,
No, Young Miami. Like what Evil talking
Young
about?
Miami, she was probably
speaking about
collecting
it
them bags,
like
too.
he was
Fuck you
cool
talking
back
about?
in the day. She was like, oh, I'm like, you feel me, bringing other women to the table and doing all this shit because she was disappointed.
she said, "I'm gonna have somebody f you or some shit like that."
Yeah.
Didn't she do some shit like that?
Yeah.
Young Miami was going back and forth with one of Diddy's ex shorties. I don't even want to say girlfriend, but one of the shorties he was messing with. And he was like, Young Miami was like, if I wanted you to eat my box right now, to that extent. But it was her going back and forth with a girl on Twitter, basically trying to downgrade. Like, if I wanted you to come and suck my toes on my ass, I can make that happen right now.
She was a willing participant. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
But that's why I said they gonna
She
come
was
for her
ready
next,
to
and I
go.
don't think she gonna rap.
got that white
I don't
husband.
think
She
gonna
got
rap.
that white husband, and that nigga started convincing her that all of that shit was bad, and it was PTSD, and he was abusing you.
yeah, she probably tried to run that script on him, and he was like, "No, I'm not with all that shit."
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You guys should just do this? Like,
He was like, that's normal. That's not normal. That's dark.
Well, he
That's
probably
really dark
he
stuff.
probably was like starting to ask questions because he didn't know at first. He's like, damn, I got this
Look at a
badass
fucking
R&B
lawsuit pop
bitch.
up.
And he's like, yo, Cassie, how come you haven't had barely any music come out for the past like several years? What's
bitch,
going
I don't know
on?
what the brothel she on.
And he's like, oh well, you know,
she got an online brothel. Everybody just place your order. Fuck you talking about? She ain't got to do nothing.
Menus.
Bitch got the menus.
Menus that menus. She's a menu
She
that
got the
menus.
billionaire menu. She handed
Boom.
out the cars at the club.
Here you go.
That's
Here you
crazy.
go. Here you go. You gotta, you feel me? All you gotta do is wink 3 times and throw your pinky in the air, and you feel me? I bet you Peter. Boom.
I'm interested to see how this all play out. I don't know. If Diddy get life, that's gonna be crazy. I don't think he deserves life.
He said.
So this is a video after he testified on Diddy and he just left the trial or whatever. This is what he had to say about it.
Nigga said.
Hey guys, so I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all.
This nigga earring.
Yeah, you didn't
This
see
is a
that?
stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me.
It hurt.
And
It's weighing him down.
I love y'all, man.
That's gay.
Big love.
Bro, shut the
Go
fuck
stream Neverland.
No. I mean, I don't expect nothing out of Kid Cudi though, except to get on the stand. But yeah, so fuck you.
See, Ralph is my guy. Ralphie's my guy, because Ralphie know his damn self he's not even mad at Cudi. He actually sound like he was a fan of Cudi. While they all keep shitting on him, he just want to stay true to the streets and not bend and fold and give somebody a leeway. But the way that Lush is speaking up here, like his family ain't white from West Hollywood, just got me sick right now.
It wasn't nothing that I didn't. That's why it's like, you can pussy. I knew you was never.
I'm not surprised. Like
he was never. Yeah, he was never. Like,
I'm more surprised. Like, damn, you got that much hate for Diddy still after the fact. Cause like,
I told you,
most of the time,
he might be a different victim.
You're not gonna forget when someone blows up your Porsche.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about the car,
You're
bro.
not gonna forget that.
It could have been some more shit that Diddy did behind the scenes that niggas don't know.
The get back is
and he's
this.
like, look, I'm finna come take a stand on your ass. Cause it's like, a lot of these high profile celebrities, for the most part, they really don't be showing up to court. So the fact that he just walked his happy ass in there,
that's a
like,
get back.
nigga, either this was a clout move or some more shit Diddy did that's just not being said, that he's like, all right,
I'm taking this to the grave, but he's going down for this.
That's right. What's he more mad about, the bitch or the car? Let's be honest.
I don't think he got nothing to do with no bitch.
It's probably more shit Diddy did after that. Diddy and them niggas, they were in a position to blackball niggas and make certain niggas not. Before we knew all this shit, Birdman, and it was like a few of them niggas that was running this whole shit. So them niggas probably blackballing them niggas doing a whole bunch of certain shit behind the scenes where nigga ain't forget that. So he like, car, fuck Cassie. I remember this other shit you did. Like, niggas was probably blocking plays, all type of shit Diddy had. You know what I'm saying? That's a rock Diddy. Era was different.
Cudi snitch, right?
Yeah. If you not like disheveled.
Moral of the story, am I mad at Cudi for taking a stand? Not at him. Not at all. Am I surprised that Cudi took the stand? Not at all. What I'm surprised about is what they spoke about, like Remo. We've seen a lot of celebrities in different cases be called to court, but they usually never show up. Wasn't Kylie Jenner supposed to go to the Tory Lanez case and we all kept saying like, yo, pulls up? Tory's good. Never pulled up.
All right, well, the biggest news in hip hop right now is the Diddy trial.
Oh shit, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Kid Cudi.
Yeah, it's crazy on a different level.
So it's so you do you consider, because I think Thugger called Kid Cudi a snitch, right? But I know the feds was on his neck, and when you get federally subpoenaed, you either go to jail or can try to potentially get your lawyer to stop it, or there's certain things you could do. But I know it was nervous for him because he jumped out smoking a cigarette. You know what I mean? You gotta go to 500, because when you hit 500 Pearl Street in New York, you know you in trouble. Like that, to be in that building, doing trial, yeah, you in trouble, man.
Well, Kid Cudi didn't have to show up to trial because he wasn't being charged with anything. He chose to be a witness. If he said, I don't want to cooperate, they can't make him cooperate.
No. Yeah, the feds could subpoena you. What are you talking about?
They can subpoena you and put you on the stand, and you'll turn into a hostile witness, which will backfire on them.
No,
you don't have. You could say, I don't really remember. Sorry.
Yeah, but you could get in some trouble. The feds are different than the state. People don't understand. They got mad laws. When a fed subpoena you, you have to go unless you get your lawyer or there's some kind of conflicts of interest.
I've been subpoenaed. They try to subpoena some footage.
Feds try to subpoena me.
I stopped it, and what they said was, well, we'll put you on the stand. And I'm like, put me on the stand then. So I don't care. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, you gonna put me on the stand over some footage? Whatever. Like, who cares?
Listen.
It's not gonna work out. You know, they could threaten that, but at the end of the day, if Cudi did not want to cooperate, he's like, I don't remember.
We usually never see these big celebrities pull up. We also saw Drake get called that he had to show up to the XXXTentacion murder case.
For the men accused of killing the rapper XXXTentacion. Today we're hearing from rapper Drake's attorney. Local 10 News reporter Ian Margol is covering this trial and joins us inside the courtroom in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, this morning, Drake's attorney appeared here in court, and he was addressing an order that the court had released saying Drake had to appear for a deposition. This is all related to the murder trial for 3 men who are accused of murdering XXXTentacion back in 2018. At the time, rumors were swirling on social media that the killing had something to do with the beefs that the rapper had with Drake or another group, Migos. BSO eventually arrested 4 men, Trayvon Newsom, Dietrich Williams, Michael Boatwright, and Robert Allen, in connection to the robbery and murder. The prosecutors have said this was a crime of opportunity, not a wider plot to kill XXXTentacion. However, about a week ago, Judge Michael Yusen did write an order saying Drake would have to appear for a deposition later this month. In response, this morning, an attorney for Drake showed up in court to contest the order, saying not only were the subpoenas not served properly, but there's not any evidence that Drake was involved at all.
At this point, I think you have a cooperating witness that corroborates that Mr. Graham has nothing to do with this case. Mr. Graham is not listed in any report. Mr. Graham, I don't believe, has been discussed whatsoever in this case, to my knowledge, other than rumor and innuendo.
So essentially, the judge agreed to set aside that order. However, he did say to the attorney, look, work with the defense. They are going to eventually set up a deposition that Drake will speak in about his involvement, or for the matter, his non-involvement in this situation. For the rest of the day, we are likely going to be hearing the state getting another opportunity to speak to their star witness. We will continue to keep you posted every step of the way. If these men are eventually convicted, they face up to life in prison.
Murder trial, that never happened. The fact that Cudi walked through the door smoking a cigarette with a leather jacket and some jeans on, yes. That part right there shocked me. The person himself, Kid Cudi, no, not at all. But subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you guys mad at Cudi? Will you guys never listen to Mr. Rager the same? When you play Up, Up, and Away next 420, will you be like, nah, I can't even burn to this track no more. It don't hit the same. I thought Cudi was a real street ninja. At least one of us thought that. Cause me, not at all. Not at all. I'm listening to Kid Cudi's music as soon as this video. I got something roll, playing some Kid Cudi music right now. Turn on the black light and I'm gonna start. Love Cudi today more than I did yesterday. Happy that nigga. What's crazy is I don't even think Diddy's gonna get guilty for it. Not gonna get guilty for it. There's a lot of people saying Diddy gets life in prison. I'll be more shocked about that if Diddy's found guilty and life in prison. Cause what RICO have they proved to me? All they proved to me is that Diddy a freaky bull. That's all they proved to me. And Cassie was down for it. And all the male workers that went up there was like, she didn't look like she was against her will. She looked like she was having more fun than the diddler. She looked like she was having more fun than the diddler. Probably get guilty of some things because they don't want to lose the whole case. He'll probably spend like, what, a quick 10 with time served, good time and all that. He'll probably get out in like 3 crazy amount of years. I don't see. Unless some more witnesses pop up or something else happens. But I don't think Cudi's testimony and the rest of the guys that went up there was strong enough to lock up Diddy for life. But let me know down below your thoughts about this. How do you feel? Are you listening to Kid Cudi? Did you delete all songs? Did you burn your merch? Let me know down below. I be up, up and away, up, up and away, cause at the end they gonna judge me anyway, so whatever. Damn, I've been saying up, up and away as an example, not even thinking of the lyrics. The lyrics even match this moment, right? They gonna judge me anyway, so whatever. Shout out to Cudi, man, we love him.